That was what Paul said. He said that the field plays a little smaller,
Yeah.
and so you could ball in and counterattacks. How much of that messaging was going on?
Well, it's a lot. I mean, myself, a bunch of guys at Academy kids have grown up playing here. I mean, it does play a little different. It feels small, it feels tight, and we use that to our advantage. We'll try and press high and keep them pinned back, and then, you know, when we get the ball and attack, you always have to, you know, keep guys wide and, you know, try and be effective with your crosses. I think Danny Leva's set-piece delivery is going to be one of the keys for tomorrow. I think that on a small, tight field always helps. So yeah, that's just, you know, the field is what it is.
How much to put into this game?
There's a lot of give and take. That's not the right word. There was a lot of discussion on this whole stretch because you win this game, you're 2 games away from a final. This is a good opponent. They're, you know, USL champs last year. I have said publicly that we'll have a little bit more, you know, presence on the bench, even starters. I'll lay that out there. Maybe a couple of starters that might surprise some people because we're going to take this seriously. Now, are we a little thin, a little light? Yes. Certain positions, yes. We have 2 critical league matches coming up. It's not easy, Jeremiah, but I'm going to pick guys that I think can play in multiple games, resilient guys that need to be out here for us to go further in the Open Cup, and then try and make sure or hope that nothing bad happens and we, you know, are able to field good teams for the 2 league games.
You mentioned that the U.S. Open Cup champs. What in studying Phoenix do they do that is going to be challenging for you guys?
So backline of 5, well coached. You know, whether they play 5-4-1 or you want to call it something different, 3-4-3. You know, it's a good team. The right back's good. Center forward's good. You know, steady. The goalkeeper from Atlanta a few years back. It's a good team.
Would you talk about being a little bit light? Just any updates on injuries? Josh, Leo?
Well, again, Josh was looking towards St. Louis. He might not make St. Louis, but RSL, he's hoping for that. Who else? Reed is available for both games. Rao, no, still a ways away. Pedro is fine. We'll increase his minutes, create pressure, because those teams, you know, because I say that I take it seriously, and then what do I put out there? So it is a balancing act. I think our fixture congestion, the current state of our team, the roster, I think there's certain things. Had everybody been in a good run of form, had our league results been better, had we, you know, not taken Josh, his injury was a really, you know, one that hurt us in this regard. I mean, there are some extenuating circumstances, but you're on the right track, Jeremiah. If I had a full squad, full roster, there might even be more sprinkled in.